This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for all signs. It's an energy reading that is basically just going to call to you. And if it calls to you, it's for you. And that's how it works. No magic, just a sense of being called to, hey lovey, just a sense of being called to hear something. What's up, hi? That you may need to hear, right? And you'll be able to know whether or not it's for you or not. So welcome. This is, you're either joining me live and joining the crew live here so you can interact in the live chat while I'm doing the reading live on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. Or you are finding me on Astrology Motivation, and thank you so much for that. If so, please remember to like the video and then share the video. Hey, and then also subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow and prosper. Click that bell so you receive all notifications. On Sundays, I upload my weekly astrology forecast. And Monday through Friday, I upload the daily tarot card readings to share with you. On Monday mornings, I go live and we have an astrology motivation chat. And this coming Friday, I'm doing a new moon in Virgo celebratory pick a card. So it's not necessarily specifically for the new moon, but it's in celebration of the new moon. So I do those about twice a month, one for the new moon, one for the full moon. This is the new moon in Virgo. So, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a full moon in Pisces. So yeah, let's see where we go with this. Let's see where this reading goes. Let's start off with, today is September 1st. Rabbit. First thing in the morning. It is not what I said first thing in the morning. It is not. But it's a fun little practice that you can get into to kind of like motivate yourself toward the mind frame of fortune, welcoming fortune into your life. So it's supposed to be good luck. Why not try it? Today is Wednesday. The moon is in Cancer. It entered Cancer early in the morning, or if you're in California, really late at night. Use brown for blessing homes or animals. Use brown for blessing homes or animals. And it is a day of planting today. The new moon happens on September 6th, my friend Christine's birthday. What up? So that's Monday. Monday of next week. It's a new moon in Virgo. It's also, Labor Day, and it's Rosh Hashanah begins at sundown. So that'll be something to look forward to. That's really nice. We also have zucchini muffins, which I would really love to taste. Not that I can actually have muffins yet, but whatever. Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. That's really cool. Brown. So today the color of the day is brown. Use brown for blessing homes or animals. That's really cool. I hope you guys got it. It is a day of planting. Today I feel like I'm a little slacked off. I feel a little bit like I slacked off a bit. I gotta try to motivate myself to get back into things. I have done the exercise. I've done What's Up, St. Bernard? I have done the exercise. I love exercise. It's really awesome. But I just feel a little bit like I'm having a hard time focusing. But today is Wednesday, and I have to kind of be kinder to myself because I'm getting almost to the end of my work week. So that's kind of why I'm probably slowing down a little bit. Ooh, let's see what's in the cards. Okay, this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here does not have a really overt way of showing you that he loves or cares. He does. He loves and he cares very deeply. But he keeps his waters very silent. He keeps himself very mysterious. He doesn't show enthusiasm outright. It's a defensive mechanism, to be honest with you. This is your King of Cups. So this is a man, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, who is caring. I think that if you like King of Cups energy, you wouldn't think you were not being cared for. You would feel the concern, you would feel the caring, but you'd wonder if there's anything deeper. And I think that that's kind of where the mentality is. is there anything deeper? Like, we want to know if there's anything more to this than just basic kindness or friendliness. How deep does the interest go? And maybe we're trying to figure that out in ourselves as well. And that's fair. That's fair. What's up, Manzi? Thanks for joining. And then we have the Judgment card right up in here. This is a wonderful aspect of the Judgment card because it reminds us that a lot of these things is we're making good judgments. We're making more, it's not about practical, it's healthier, more spiritually sound, more balanced judgments. And part of that could be then linked to that King of Cups energy, which is, okay, before I throw my enthusiasm into something, I am going to take everything into consideration. The vibe of it, the practicality of it, the information I know about it. I'm just gonna, like, not that I'm not enthusiastic. It's not even about, it's about, I guess, raising your standards a little bit, I guess. But the Judgment card is definitely like somebody, it's usually somebody making a decision in your favor. So this could be that there has been a decision made in your favor, but you just don't know it. And so here we have the Three of Swords. So that would imply, right, that somebody did not make a judgment in your favor. Or it could imply that there is an assumed disappointment here because there is holding back emotion. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, somebody did, a stolen opportunity is here. Oh, it's like almost like we missed an opportunity, or like we missed an opportunity to make somebody feel like they were special, or that the time has passed for us to, it's almost like, but they were special to us. This is like right there. It's like a fucking pimple right in the middle of my face. I know. It's like we missed I don't say missed an opportunity. Yeah. How can I say this? It's like we missed an opportunity to show what we really felt. And so there is this presumed we missed out, or like it's been taken from me, or they're not interested, or because really that's not the case. That's really not the case, is what I'm saying. I just feel like somebody's working on something behind the scenes. That's what I feel. The Three of Cups is here. We could be compromised in, it's almost like an assumed defeat is putting us into the position of being around people we don't really want to be around, or you could be at risk of reverting back to hanging out with people that you don't really want to hang out around, because the people that you really do want to be around you think are not really interested or haven't shown much interest in you. And there is a disappointment there. So then there is a sense of, okay, well, let's just go back to what I'm sure of. But if what you're sure of is it, you're sure you don't want it, then why would you go back to it? Isn't it just better to be alone? But I think in this situation, it's not. It doesn't feel better to be alone. And I understand that because fucking Venus and Mercury are in Libra, and neither of them want to be alone in that energy. You know, and they're planets that really influence us a great deal. Plus the moon is in Cancer, also a very kind of tender, vulnerable energy. There's a lot of moodiness here in this, but it's moodiness based on assumptions. You don't really know all the information, right? And that's kind of like what I'm getting is like we're jumping to conclusions based on half-truths or not knowing the full story. And so this is not a great time to make those kind of decisions, dude. The Four of Swords, this is our central energy. So we should be in review. We should be in reflection. We should be not whining like crazy if things are held up or not clear. Because right now, it's about the process. It's about the process of hanging in there, having faith, and understanding. And showing the universe what you want by not settling for what's available to have. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to direct. This is a really key energy right now, is that you have to direct your flow. You have to direct what do you want in your life and what don't you want in your life. And those decisions, people are going to be popping in and out, even people from the past. And we talked about this yesterday about, well, because do you want me? Do you really want this person? Is this person really what you want? You will get the answer in your feeling immediately, but your head is going to struggle with you. You're going to fight. Your head is going to like deliberate and be like, oh, give him a second chance, or yeah, but you know, the other person isn't responding to your phone calls, or this other opportunity hasn't really taken interest in you. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that what's in front of you is what you want. So it's better, I'm going to say this, it's better to be empty in order to remain open than to fill yourself up on shit that you already know doesn't work for you. And that's going to be the challenge right now. To keep ourselves open. Let's not think of it as empty. Let's think of it as keeping ourselves open, right? That's going to be difficult because we want tangible results. But these tangible results, this is the four, you got the Four of Swords, you got the Four of Pentacles, both energies that are like, stop. I have to think about this, or stop. I'm not ready for this. I'm scared. I kind of, I want tangible. I want the tangible. Well, there's going to be a tower that happens all of a sudden. And what is this tower? I want to do a reading on the tower alone. A realization that you got to keep fighting for what you want. You got to stand your ground based on your own standards. You can't compromise those standards. Okay, that's a Seven of, I want to do a reading just on this tower. What is this tower? Let's stick with the general reading. It's almost like you may be keeping yourself secluded or isolated. The cards are suggesting that you may be keeping yourself, it's almost like you may be keeping yourself, holding yourself back, right? Restricting yourself, damaging yourself. Not necessarily from new opportunities. Let's put it this way. If it interests you, explore it. It's pretty easy. But almost like you're holding yourself back based on what you don't see, instead of believing in what you hope for. And this is really a wonderful time to believe in what you hope for and to invest in what you hope for, because it's a really powerful time where what you hope for can become your reality if you put your focus there. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. It's interesting. You started off with the King of Cups and you ended it with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is tangible caring, is tangible concern, is somebody who is practical and reliable and dependable and giving and caring, but also responsible. This is a man of means, right? He's a man of means. I just heard the Different Strokes theme song in my head. He's a man of means, right? Then along come two. They got nothing but the G's, but they got different. Remember that? Okay, it gets in my head now. It's in my head. But something isn't coming to fruition. What is this? What is this energy? What is this? All right, so we're just going to ask Spirit. Number one, Spirit, what is this tower? Please, what is this tower? What is this tower? What is this tower? What is this tower? God, you are really messing with me today. I got the Sun card and the Moon card, and I got the back sides of both of them. And that's what the tower is. So you got the shadow side of the moon, but you got a new moon here. And then you got the sun. But you kind of have, in terms of the sun, this is almost like, okay, I'll say this right now. This is like you are the tower. I said, what is this tower? You are the tower. You are the tower. You, the listener, you are the tower. You are the breakthrough. You are the thing that breaks the tide between the hemming and the hawing, between the, I don't know about this. This is almost like less about you than it is about somebody else thinking about you or considering you. You've got to do something to, but it's like you've got to do something to push them in the right direction, in the direction that you want to go. But to do that first, you have to believe in you're deserving of that direction. You have to first believe in and admit out loud that this is what you want. And I think that there's a scaredness here. There's a fear here of failure. And there's just automatic assumed failure. There's assumed failure. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is. There's just assumed failure. Yep, and here's the Devil. You know what that is? No, that's not the Devil. It's the Strength card, but she's facing her fears. That's what the cards are telling you. You got to face your fears. This assumed failure is you just having to face your fears. Fear of what? You ask. Fear of the storm. Fear of how much energy it's going to take to get this done. Fear of creation. I think it's fear of your own personal power. But ultimately, you got to try anyway. That's what this is. That when the Knight of Wands comes out, that motherfucker just storms head first. You know, he just thinks about what he's passionate about, and that's all he thinks about. And that's all he's got to think about. Because the truth is this. That's the energy. That's the momentum. That's what gets things done. So honestly, the cards are basically just saying, don't back down with this one. Whatever you're thinking of, don't back down with it. It's true that first you got to believe in it. It's like I said, it's popping up. It's sprouting up. It's coming out. It's not hidden anymore. You can't hide this anymore, right? This is the new moon. Something new is happening. Something new is beginning. It's coming into the light. Both of this is in darkness still, but it's breeding something that's popping into the light. Well, eventually you got to let it pop into the light. And there's a risk in that. That's true. There's a little bit scariness in that. That's true. And there's work after that. It's not just like this, hey, I'm here, and everything falls into your lap. No, that's also not true. And I think the work itself may be a little bit frightening. But if it's something that you really love, it could also be an adventure. It could also be really exciting. Overall, this is an energy saying you have to do this. You have to come forward and make this attempt. That's what it's saying. And it is saying take some time to believe in yourself before you, to believe in yourself so that you don't need the external validation. You don't need the constant feedback, right? Because this really is about you and how you want your life to look now. And sometimes there's that expectation of, well, I'll take what's given to me because it's easier, and because then I know what's on the other side, right? I know they're interested, or I know this is meant for me. But I don't think that's like something falling into your hands is not a sign that it's meant to be. It's not. It's a sign that it's there and you're there. But does it fulfill you? Does it give you peace? Does it give you a sense of serenity? Like, how do you feel when you're in the presence of it? You know, like how many bad relationships have we all gotten into because it sort of just fell in our lap, but we were never really completely happy with it, you know, because we didn't use the choice. We didn't use our choice. We didn't use our own internal power to dictate what was happening. Just because something lands in your hands does not mean it's meant for you. And this is the time when you basically say, not meant for me. I'm not going to settle for something just because it's easy. I've got to strive for what's right. It's not about what's easy. It's what's right. And that takes a whole hell of a lot of stillness and silence and really listening to what is in your soul. This is soul talk now. I told you in the beginning of the week, the only clear thing right now will be your psyche, will be that energy of the collective connectivity that is just sort of vibrating you in a specific direction, even if it feels like fool's play. This is what you've got to invest in, right? And you've got to do it out loud. And ultimately, there's a whole gamut of risks that are taken right now that you'll be taking with that. Once again, it's not about big demonstrative, like big demonstrations. It's just about being strong enough to be honest, allow the truth to settle in you, because what's right there may be so easy to grab. What's right there, it's tempting. It's even more tempting because it's so easy. But easy is not what we're looking for, guys. It's not. It's right. It's what's right. That I just keep thinking of that J.K. Rowling line, that Dumbledore line. We're gonna have to make a decision. I don't know, what was it? We're gonna have to choose between what's right and what's easy. And that's this week. Choosing between what's right, based on what we know, based on our morality, based on what we feel, based on our truth, and what is easy, which is what's already there, what's already acceptable, what's already in the light, so we don't have to bring anything to the light, and we don't have to do any work, and it's already there. And this is not the energy for that. This is the energy for cultivating what is right, right? So it is kind of stand your ground, and it is kind of don't lower your standards. And it definitely is take the risk, but take the risk of just aligning with your truth. Take the risk of just believing in you and what you know you're ready for now. Because I think with the major change that happened, the tower moment, I asked what the tower was. And what I say, the tower is you. The sun and moon represents you. The two diametrically opposite aspects of the self, the private self and the external self. The tower is you, right? You have changed. What you want is different, and you have to sit in that and accept it, and not accept anything that aligned with the old you, right? This is about, if you've really changed, and a lot of us over the summer, we went through a lot of major shifts and changes, right? This has been a very transformative period. Been talking a lot to Scorpios especially. This was their Phoenix period. It was started in November. So there's just been a lot of, you've changed. So why are you still making your old decisions? You've changed, you got to make new decisions. You got to make new choices, you got to set new standards, and you got to stick to them. It's not about stubbornness. It's about faith in your future and where you're headed and what you've become. Right now, we're at a really interesting point where we have stepped through the portal, but in some ways, it feels so much safer to fall back on. And you see it in the charts. There's so much falling back on that fucking South Node because it's comfortable. But you know what? We've been there before. We don't have to fucking fall back on it. We already know it. It already exists. It's already happening. Now it's about creation and what can we build into the world? And what is our contribution to what is going to be what people accept as reality, what our reality looks like. It's really adulthood versus childhood in a way. You know, we're the contributing ones. Things aren't just handed to us. Make it easy, make it safe. It's right here. This is about, no, I got to go out and get it. And as long as you're aligned with your spiritual truth, that is what your job is, right? That is what your assignment is when you're actually put on earth. It may take you a while to get the strength to get there, but eventually that is what your assignment is, to get to the point where you are now building out and adding onto the matrix, the collective, the eternal, the everything, the psyche. It's building out. That's what we're doing now. And we have to focus on this new, even if we feel foolish, you know, even if we feel whatever, that's all part and parcel to where we are right now. But that's what the strength is. The strength is having the courage to do it a different way, to do it the new way, not the old way, right? To align with the new goals and the new standards and maintain them and cultivate them instead of, you know, falling back on, you know, what was kind of what we've done 100 times before. That's just not where we're at anymore. And so this is a very pivotal day, pivotal energy. Now, let's get into the oracle cards. Hope that came across clear. Here we have faith in your dreams. In a deck of like 54 cards, this is the one that pops out. Have faith in your dreams. Dreams are a wish your heart makes. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not saying Disney is correct. I'm just saying that your dreams are going to tell you the truth, not in the imagery, but in the way the imagery makes you feel. You'll know what you want through how you feel, through what inspires that feeling inside of you, that feeling of yes, that feeling of right, that feeling of this is it, right? And those are your dreams. Your dreams are helping you to sift out and find what really triggers that reaction in yourself. So you have to believe in their helpfulness as a tool now to show you this truth. And then you have to focus on the truth. It's almost like your dreams, not the dreams themselves, but your dreams are kind of like that metal detector at the beach. and they're like, when you are over something that's really valuable. That's your feelings. Like your dreams are going to give you that like magnetic, that pulse, right? And when you hear that click, that connection to something underneath, you know you've just discovered what's real. And that's what you have to believe in. You have to believe in that validity, right? Of you want your heart to feel this way. You don't want it to feel another way. And a lot of things, I'm telling you, people especially are going to be popping up from the past. It ain't even Mercury retrograde yet. But they're going to be coming up from the past. And I think it has to do with Pluto kind of really connecting in and throwing this shit in our face to be like, do you really even need this friendship in your life anymore? Do you need this partnership in your life anymore? Do you really even need any of this in your life right now? Is it something that really still speaks to your heart? And then there is like the fallout of dealing with the yeses and nos of that. Yeah, so it doesn't like it's not like this is going to be the easiest week. But it is going to be, I think, one of the most important because it's the tables are turning. This card came out in reverse. Trapped in fears in reverse. So we're not cowering to our fear anymore. And then we got the heart chakra. We're following our heart. Don't cower to your fear. Don't cater to your fear. Follow your heart. Your heart knows what it wants. And that's what you have to focus on. At the very least, you'll have set your standards higher. Say you want a person, right? And I'm just using this as a metaphor. Say you want somebody. Because they're good, because they're kind, because they're all those things that maybe you never had in your life. Never been attracted to a person like this before. But there are other people who are interested in you that are basically like your ex. Not just they're not your actual ex, but they're like people who have always been attracted to you, people who you've always been able to just fall in with, right? But this person is different. This person is somebody that makes you feel peace when you are in their presence. But ultimately, you don't know how they feel about you. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you let them know how you feel about them. Not through big old flowers, big old gifts, or stupid demonstrations like singing monkeys, but through smiling, kindness, and not backing down from the eye contact, right? They may not want you back. But the important part of this action is you have taught the universe. You are programming the universe right now to know the standard of person you want in your life. And because you didn't back down, the universe now knows that's what I got to send in. It's not about that person on the other side so much as your aim in that direction now. And if they're helping to serve as a target, then great. But it's really just aiming your standards higher because you are programming the universe. You want something better. You want something different. You want something more. Look, universe, this is what I want. So I don't want it to be one of those things where you're like, but if I don't get what I want, I'm a failure. No, you're a failure if you don't take this opportunity to program the universe, with the new specs of what you want. And the way you're going to do that is you are going to set your sights on what you desire, what you aspire for, as opposed to what you've always been or what you've always had. That's how you're reprogramming the universe. That's how you're leveling up in your life. Because you're reprogramming yourself. You're not letting yourself fall back on the old, same old, worn out program. You see? That's what I'm talking about. No place like home. Interesting, right? Home is where the heart is. There's no place like home. And the new you will feel this new way. The new you will feel the new place where you want to be. It's like home is calling to you. Believe it. Believe in your new residence. Believe it. I think this is a very good sign. It's like there is long-term growth here. Field of Dreams. Oh, I love that card. This is reaping the abundance of the risks that you've taken. This is following the call even when it doesn't make fucking sense. This is, watch the movie because it's a great movie. Really great movie. Really awesome story. Really awesome performances. Really great movie. But it's coming. If you build it, they will come. This is about following those small voices inside of you that you would normally ignore, but you just can't right now because for some reason they got really, really loud. There's like a megaphone blaring right now, and that's Neptune's position in the sky. It's like that megaphone is blaring right now. Blaring right now. Don't ignore this. Don't ignore this. Because there's something even better than you imagined on the other side. Your imagination is limited. Spirits is not. But you have to aim in that direction. Shalom, Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Be graceful in movement and action. And then enjoy growth and reap rewards. The only way you can be graceful in movement and action is to be aligned with where your heart is and to get your brain out of the way. This also reminds me, every time I see this card reminds me of a love spell. A love spell. And it's a beautiful love spell because it's not I want this person to fall in love with me. That's dark. That's dark energy. I don't get involved with that. But it's a beautiful love spell that basically opens up conversation with the universe and says, hey, universe, I'm ready to be loved. These are my favorite things. Can you send this beautiful human? Can you find them for me and somehow help us get together? It's not a specific human. It's not a specific name. It's allowing the universe to do the work and connect the people who are right for each other. And it's such a beautiful love spell. And it utilizes the apple and the star, the pentagram in the center of the apple. And it's just such a beautiful love spell. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Yeah, by focusing on what you have to grow, by focusing on, by reaping, by cultivating, by starting with these little steps. So it's not just like a call and response. It's a plant the seeds, pack it down, water it, be patient, come back. Is it getting enough sunlight? Be patient. This is like believing something will grow. You're planting the seed because you believe it has a future. And there's a little bit of faith and there's a lot of risk in that. But the reason why you're doing it is because you believe that this has a future. and it has a future. I'm saying it has a future because in you saying it has a future, in you cultivating it, it has a future because you're dictating it so. You're making it so. How do you predict the future? You dictate what it's going to be. You make the decisions for what it's going to be. And that's very much the energy right now. Haven't used these cards in forever. But they called to me. They called to me today. So I want to listen. All right, what have you have to say to me? Sea turtle, protection. You are master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need. Be protected and happy. But it's in reverse. I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. Sea turtle is such a cute, fun, playful energy. You are master of finding life's flow. I think it's in reverse because we're having a hard time. It's not that it's not there or that we don't have access to it. It's that we're having a hard time to just step into the flow and trust the flow. That's what it is. But really, take that leap of faith, man. Hold your breath because you have everything you need to be protected and happy. And that's, I think, why it's in reverse. Right now, you can't be protected. You got to take that risk. Sea otter, happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. That's interesting. All of those things are surrender and go with the flow. Both of these cards. And it's interesting because, sea otter doesn't really have the protective shell that a turtle does. Sea otter his protective shell is his playfulness. His protective shell is not seeing this as a threat or a risk, but as an opportunity for adventure and play. And I think that that's sort of what the universe is saying to us. This is an adventure. This is a ride you've never taken before. If it's scary, that's just going to increase the fun. It's playful. Like playfulness right now can be our best weapon. Our best weapon is playfulness. It's thinking of this as an adventure, not as a challenge. Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent upon you keeping a positive mindset. Wow. Wow. That's what's come out. What I say, you are really directing your flow right now. You want a positive outcome? You got to think, this is a positive thing. But not think, I get what I want. Think, I show my love. I get to live in love. I get to not hide what I feel inside, I get to express myself. Those are all positives that you should be focusing on. Archangel Raphael. Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. And then we have another more green. Everything's green. You know why? Heart chakra, heart space, the truth of your heart, the truth of your heart, what's in your heart, the truth. It's also a harvest season, right? Or a planting season. Imagine, clearly visualize the life you want, feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. Don't be afraid to believe in your dreams. Believe in them so much that you take actual physical steps to start manifesting them. I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. thank you for joining me today. And I'm so, oh, and I'm wearing green. Ah, that's so funny. Didn't do that on purpose. But I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I love these chats, and I love this time we get to spend together. I will be here tomorrow. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And goodbye. Have a great day.